Welcome back to another live feed with Shop YouTube channel. To the countdown, top 50 underrated classic albums, hip hop history. I do these real fast and furious because I got something to do tonight. Later on this evening, I was scheduled to do a lot of these live feeds with the underrated classic albums at 8:30 tonight, but I'm not gonna do that. I got something going on at 7 o'clock, so I can't do it. So I'm gonna do these fast and furious. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, whenever you get a chance. Subscribe. The channel is growing, it's growing. And like I said, keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on supporting. Ever get a chance. This is a good channel of great content. So like what you see, subscribe and keep moving. Right, so we're gonna get into it, man. Number 17, we move up in the top 20 underrated classic albums. Gonna talk about now from 2000. Common, like Water for Chocolate. That was off the MCA Universal Records label. This is a very underrated album. This is an album that, at that time, Common already had what 3 albums already. Came out about $1 in 1992, then '94, Resurrection, '97. One Day It All Makes Sense. Then this album comes around. This is when things really took off for Common even more with this album. That's why I put it in the top 20. We talk about great albums. They talk about like War for Chocolate being a great album. Probably not. But I'm gonna get into it anyway and discuss why it's underrated. Common, like War for Chocolate, is underrated. Here we go. Let's get into it, man. Common's from Chicago, from the Midwest. He emerged in 1994 with Resurrection was a classic album. His first album was Can I Borrow a Dollar, 1992, but in 2000 he released like War for Chocolate on March 28th, 2000. See, this was his truly breakthrough as an artist because it went gold. It went gold, certified, so it was a commercial breakthrough. In that case, for the first time, that was truly like his breakthrough, his turnaround to his coming out party. That in 2000, so started a new century off, the new millennium, and the change of scenery made a difference for Common because he moved to New York. He began working with Soul Aquarians, with Questlove, and Bruce D'Angelo, Jay Dilla, James Poyser, and the sounds of the album were more Afrocentric, and the title of the album came from a 1989 novel by Laura Esquivel of the same name, which became a movie in 1992. So the first single off the album was The Sixth Sense, which was produced by DJ Premier, which was sort of like a weird collaboration, but Common was a huge fan of Gang Starr, who said respect he had for DJ Premier, and he always went to work with him. So the song was a success, reaching number 14 on the Hot Rock Singles Chart. But the other single off the album was Light, which became a Grammy nominated song produced by Jay Dilla. Open Your Eyes by Bobby Caldwell was the sample with the drums that came from the Detroit Emeralds. You're Getting a Little Too Smart. The Light was like a love letter to a woman which at the time was for Erykah Badu, was his girlfriend at the time. And the first 2 singles, man, off the album opened up to new audiences. So when you look at this album, like War for Chocolate, it reached number 5 on the R&B hip hop charts. So this is what made what he was at the time. That guy that was gonna get it done and take the game to the next level as an artist. But this album definitely to me is underrated, man. Very underrated album. And coming out the 2000 into the 2000s decade, and it had a lot of consciousness, jazzy, the vulnerable themes over commercially dominant radio friendly bling era gangster rap of the time, because that was what was going on. The bling bling, all that other stuff that was going on. So this was definitely a different type of sound. Soul Aquarius. That made this album different and underrated. It was organic, bebop infused jazz sound. Everything about it was different. The consciousness, the introspection. A song for Asada, The Sixth Sense, The Light. That's like a love song. And it was matter of fact, he won a Grammy. It was like he won a Grammy for that. So that's the album, man. think it's underrated. Very, very underrated. That's why I put it on the list. Top 20. On my top 50 underrated classic albums. I really felt that was a classic album. Underrated at the time. So that's it, man. We'll come back quickly, maybe about 1:15 p.m. to do the next one. Like I said, I got something to do tonight. So I want to get this thing out the way, knock out these live streams, and be done with it. See the light win the Grammy. The album cover was definitely iconic, 1956 Alabama, 70 years ago, by Gordon Parks. It was a photo of a young black woman in Alabama dressed for church, and she was drinking from a colored-only drinking fountain. So that made that even more interesting and special. Yeah, the light, let's see, did it win a Grammy? Did it win a Grammy? I was nominated for a Grammy. I don't think he won a Grammy for this song, but it is what it is. All right, so I'm done, man. I'm done. I'll be back real soon. Talk to you soon. These up.